What the
I
fuck?
think it's just scared off by my face.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, but you gotta tell me. You said you don't know. I gotta. What is that? What is that? Like, what the fuck? What even is that? I don't know.
Do y'all hear this? People they're in it like they're making fun of my face right now. Like it is.
I'm not making fun of your face. I literally said that it looked like the dude from
Plot twist, that's actually what he really looks like.
I mean, it is, man. It is, man. Like,
for all we know, I mean, for all you know, I might not even have eyes or ears.
Right, but well, that's true too. But I'm saying, but Z-Boy, Astroworld dude, I'm just gonna call it Astroworld dude because Astroworld dude was killing the game for 3 years. Like pop culture moved forward because of Astroworld dude.
Okay, all right. Let me bring some more to this. Let's get this started. Let's get this started. What's going on, people? It's your boy Soul Fist here for another SOULcast, episode 14. We're here with Z-Boy.
We're at episode 14.
What is up?
Okay, so yeah, we're here with Z-Boy. Z-Boy, what's good?
What's up, Peter, man? How you doing, y'all? I'm sipping on my juice right now. You know what I'm saying? Happy to see you, as you can see.
Category? Yeah. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm just a passerby. Don't mind me waiting for a bus.
And David Bennington, what's up?
How you doing today, sir?
And will we get Young
Salute.
Prez up in here? Technical difficulties on that part. We're waiting on Young Prez. What's going on, people? It's your boy Soulfist. We're with the SOULcast. We got a few things we're going to talk about. I guess the first thing I'm just going to go through is because
is it really that bad?
I gotta. Yeah, it's pretty damn bad. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. So the first thing I'm going to go off is this damn Take-Two thing. I'm going to see if I can try to find someone who can capitalize it. I know the quartering did. I might have to just give shout out to him and do his, but hold on. Let me see.
But see, I mean, I'm really not trying to be disrespectful. Take-Two was really that bad, huh?
Oh, it was that bad.
Damn.
It was really that bad.
I probably was at work when it all happened because I only saw the PlayStation one. I saw Nintendo's. I don't remember seeing Take-Two's. I've heard bad things, but I don't know why it was necessary.
Well, PlayStation wasn't there at all.
I'm about to show you in a Felicia. It's okay, you can play, but to be mindful of everybody around
you. My dog is precious.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion. I'm just saying, why was it?
Oh, I'm about to show. Z-Boy, have you seen Take-Two's E3 press conference?
No.
Okay, this is about to be fun. This is about to be really, really fun. I'm going to show you guys a quick cut. Shout out to the Cordy. I'm going to use his video because he pretty much summed it up really, really quick at the beginning of this video. I'm not going to show his whole video. But I just want to, there's no point in me going through and, yo, Young Press, unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Wait, what?
Young Press is up. Unmute yourself.
You telling you yourself?
No, Young Press is up.
No, hold on, no, wait, no. He's in the stream, but I'm trying to get him to unmute himself because he's in here now. Yo, can you hear him?
Well, you was young Press the whole time.
Yeah, we got two Young Prezes. Hey, Young Prez, when you're in the stream, you check your mic settings and see if you. I don't know what's going on with that, but he'll be here sooner or later. I am about to put this up. I kind of want you guys to see this real quick. Once again, shout out to the Gordon for making this little super cut because it's so fucking funny. Because I can't show you guys the whole hour and a half long press conference, but they really ain't. Oh, he's gone. There really ain't shit to show you. But let me just share a screen real quick so you guys can see this.
You probably should just not play the sound.
Oh no, it's fine. So check this out. Can you guys see this real quick? Everybody can see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, check this out. Just watch like the first minute or so of this video. It's pretty fucking funny. This is basically the whole hour and a half of this panel, this press conference or whatever at E3. It was just supposed to be about video games. So Take-Two Interactive. If you guys don't know, they made a bunch of games. I'm trying to see.
Well, they own Rockstar.
They own Rockstar, yeah. They own a good chunk of stuff. They're known for a lot of stuff. So basically, Grand Theft Auto, etc., stuff like that.
But they themselves, I believe, do the Mafia series.
But check this out. This is damn near sad. So everybody, let's let me put my phone on silent because somebody's texting that fuck out of me.
Cat, you still holding out hope for the new GTA?
No.
Okay.
Fuck no.
Hold on.
I mean, I'm still interested. But we'll see.
I'm about to start the video. One second. All right, and just check this out.
Here's take two with an important discussion on the necessity of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the corporate responsibility to honor those things.
Thank you for joining us today and welcome to Virtual E3 2021. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion, underserved and underrepresented communities, activism and engagement.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion, equity and diversity.
Equity and diversity is equity and diversity. Diversity and
Inequities.
inequities of our past, belonging. Young women, people of color, indigenous people, neurodiverse people.
He has a big nose.
Black man get in front of a small group of grade school students, and I say I work in the video game industry. You can see the eyes just their minds explode because they've never seen anyone like me, and the videos they see on YouTube.
Hold up, wait a minute,
Yeah.
something ain't right. Top 3 players, that you had to have your money on to win this tournament just got sent to losers, man.
We're back here at DreamHack Montreal, and we have got something great coming up for you guys right now.
Listen, man, Marvel has just been the movement, all the way from the beginning of all the Marvel games
Shout out
that
to
we
IC,
played,
IC
all the
Tasty Steve, real quick.
way to bots, all the way now to 2020, and then we got Reflex around the corner.
Good direct. I give it a solid
And I'm here
7
with
to
Nate
8.
Bildor,
7 to 8
who
out of
leads our
10.
Treehouse.
We got party hands.
Hey, JD.
They'll be sending me some goofy stuff, bro.
Their minds explode because they've never seen anyone like me, and the videos they see on YouTube.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. I think a large.
Time out. I'm going. This is my podcast. Utter bullshit. Utter bullshit. I can't believe Take Two sat there and did that. They like, you never seen something like me on your video on the internet. Have you lost your damn mind? Do you know what year this is? Do you know how many content creators are not white?
Am I allowed to have the N-word pass?
Go for
Like Shokio.
There were a lot of niggas up there.
I wanted to go. I didn't want to go first.
Hold on. Let me clarify. Let me just wrap up my point. It's utter bullshit. It's just like this. It's like this lie we constantly get told. Like Captain Marvel was coming out. Like Clark Blurrick, who plays Agent Coulson, actually had the nerve to get on fucking live TV and say, yeah, Captain Marvel is important because young girls have never seen something like this before. You talking about what? So fuck Storm, Jean Grey, the Papa Girls, Kim Possible, all female powered. It's an outright lie that these things don't exist, never existed before. Black Panther, first black superhero. So like fuck Blade, fuck, you know what I mean? It's just like
fuck Stackshot. Fuck Stackshot, who's actually far more relatable than a fucking king. It relate to royalty.
A king, not even by definition. Like what we would say is black. He's African.
Even John Stewart.
No,
John Stewart. But this is what I'm saying. But my point I'm making is they. I guess it goes down to that old attitude. You say a lie enough, people start to believe it. But how dare?
Yeah.
How dare they sit here and preach this shit like it doesn't exist? It never happened before. I don't believe you. The little kids don't believe you when you say you work in the video game industry. My dude, I don't believe you.
Unless you've got 3 eyeballs and purple skin, trust me, they're not going to be shocked.
A black man making video. What do you think they're going to see? What do you think they think? I damn sure they don't think it's all white people.
You know what?
All Asians people they think is all.
That would be like Neil deGrasse Tyson trying to say the same thing about physicists, which he would never do. He would never do that.
He would never do. But I also think I think a large part of the problem is you gotta take.
Keep going.
Okay, I think a large part of the problem is the fact that this is also oversensitivity. Is also the
and it's an outright lie.
No,
it's an outright lie.
Hear me out.
It's not the truth. Behind me is if. Oh, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Move your head real quick. Like dip down. How the fuck do I? No. You have to get away. Just like tilt your head. What do you see behind you? What does everybody see behind them?
A dog.
Figures.
No, I mean figures. All of them figures are females. And they've all existed, most of them, damn near 20, 30, 40 something years. To say that like these things, minority heroes and characters, female heroes, that they're not prevalent, that they don't exist. No, You don't know about them.
Yep.
You don't care about them. You're not educated in these concepts and these topics and in these cultures. So you can't just come in here because you got out of college with your fucking useless ass Marxist degrees and whatever the fuck you got, your gender studies degrees, and think, oh yeah, man, we need to put more representation diversity into comic books and video games. And it already exists. Why are you trying to tell me it doesn't?
Yep.
Continue. I'm sorry.
I was gonna let you go.
No. My bad. You know what? We're gonna go around. I'm gonna get some order up in here. We're gonna start with David Bennington and go to Kata Curry, then Z-Boy, and Young Praise. You can get your ass in here. We'll go to you. So, Mr. Bennington, please share your thoughts and your analysis.
Yes,
by all
sir.
means.
Yes, sir. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that a large part of the problem is that this is also one of the major failings, or major consequences of the nature of this nation, is that now we have to swing the pendulum so far back, so far left, that it's also unrealistic, and I think that's really what we're suffering from, is overcorrection. Because at first there was, let's be clear, once upon a time, it was very difficult in this country to be Black, Hispanic, Asian, Arab, trans, gay. It was very difficult to be those things.
Yeah.
Certainly to be those things.
I just want to say to that point, I'm 26, and my whole lifetime has never been difficult.
No, it's never been. I'm not arguing our lifetime. I'm certainly not arguing my lifetime. Yeah. But I also recognize that within modern history, which is, I would say, which is any time between 1900 up until now, once upon a time, back when my parents were around, my parents, mind you, not my grandparents, my parents.
Yeah, but by the time their parents were our age, they were still getting stuff like the Cosby Show, the Jefferson.
No, my parents were coming. My mom was 18 when Dr. King died. My mom was 18.
Okay, your parents.
Yeah,
my parents were around my age.
Yeah,
they were getting stuff like the Jefferson,
yeah,
the Cosby Show.
My parents now granted,
moving on up. I was growing up, we had shit like Family Matters and stuff. Like, to say that Martin, the Wayans brothers, shit like this didn't exist and wasn't prevalent, it's not true. It's not true.
No, but I agree with that. I'm saying that I think that this is just an effect of overcorrection, and I think that's the problem that Take-Two, and I think a lot of our society is having, is that we're trying to swing the pendulum so far left because we don't know where the balance is. And I would say that the real balance is when you can tell a story about a person and not have the story be about a singular aspect of that person. Just, you can make a homosexual character without pressing the fact that he's homosexual. Have that be an aspect of his personality, but don't let that be his entire personality. I don't mind.
Iceman right now.
Yeah, no, I don't mind the fact that you're gay. I mind the fact that
I mind the fact that they made Bobby Drake gay.
No, not that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cats. The best example of what I'm describing is Marco Del Rossi from Degrassi. Marco Del Rossi from Degrassi was a gay character, but he didn't play the gay character.
Well, yeah, that's when I always say, you're not trying to make good characters to tell good stories. You're co-opting stories for the sole sense of being diverse.
Yeah, Drake from Degrassi, Aubrey wheelchair. But how he got into that wheelchair?
Ain't disabled.
No, how he got into that wheelchair?
I didn't watch Degrassi.
Hear me out. How he got into that wheelchair wasn't off of, he was a Black kid in gang violence and he got shot. No, it was actually a school shooting and he got shot. Something that's very relevant to today's time without necessarily having the Black kid be a gang member. No, the fucking character was one of the richest kids in school because his mom was a lawyer and his dad was like a contractor. Like, he wasn't a broke nigga at all. Like
is the rest based in America?
No, it was based in Canada. Okay. But still, my point.
I was asking for reference.
Yeah, but my point is that but my point is that you don't have, when you're making good content, it doesn't matter the race or creed of the character. As a matter of fact, the race and creed of the character should add
but these people don't want to make good content. That's why we're getting the pop-up girls or Bubbles being a drug addicted, sex addicted slut Buttercup being
Nigga, what?
a lesbian womanizer and the Blossom. Oh, you don't know about the Powerpuff Girls?
I don't want to know. That's what it is. I don't want to know. I don't. I already got enough Batwoman in my life. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
CW Powerpuff Girls reactions coming as soon as
Fuck
that show
y'all.
drops.
Fuck that.
My whole channel will become CW Powerpuff Girls. Well, anyway, hold on. Let's not hard, bro.
The Poo Puff Gals.
And Mojo Jojo is not even a monkey anymore.
The fuck is he?
Oh no, Cat. You didn't stay for the whole thing. So here's the twist. Mojo was not a monkey. He was a scientist named Mojo, right? He had a son named Jojo. Jojo was revenge on the Pop-Up Girls because they believe that he blames them for their dad dying, even though Mojo made a giant robot suit and he just died trying to fight the girls and it was an accident. But the twist is that according to the script, at the end of the first episode, Mojo somehow transferred his mind into Jojo's pet monkey before he died. So Jojo,
I know that.
Mojo is now a monkey. Yeah, I cannot wait for CW Powerpuff Girls. Anyway, Katakuri, would you please give your thoughts on what you have? Would you please give your thoughts on what you just seen?
Well, all I can say is that it really looks like they were doing that for politics points.
They did it during E3, which, and I cannot stress enough, it's about video games.
Yep.
You showed no games that whole panel. That went on for an hour and a half. That was like a hot, like it was a cut up highlight reel basically. That is pretty much all they talked about for an hour and a half. They showed no games, no nothing. They didn't talk about games. They didn't say these games are coming up. They just spent, let's talk about diversity. This is fucking E3.
But here's my
response. This is the entertainment something expo.
Yeah, electronic
entertainment expo. I do not care about how many Asians, blacks, and Hispanics you hire. I don't give a fuck.
No.
Where are your games?
No, I hear that. You want to know how they could have made that better? Let's keep the panel. You know how they could have made that better?
Show some video games.
Show black characters in video games. So you can we're creating diversity through this and that, and this is how we're getting these types of characters being brought into the game. And
see, hold on, my only point to that.
It would still be a bad idea.
My only objection is we live in a world with CJ from San Andreas. That you cannot tell me black characters in video games are important. Like you
Jax.
Yeah, Jax from Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? You can't tell me these things don't exist.
Asian characters.
So why are you lecturing me and preaching to me? I'm actually a gamer. Unlike, I don't believe these people are gamers. I don't.
No.
You know who these people are? These are people with gender studies degrees who got out of school, who did the same thing they did to Marvel, who did the same thing they did to all these other companies. They got out of college with their hot fucking neo-Marxist ideologies that they keep teaching these kids. They flooded these industries and they took them over. They took over TV, film, video games, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And since 2013, this whole generation of college kids have just been preaching to us all like we're all racist and we all hate minorities or something and white man bad. And I was like, hey, fuck off. I don't need you to tell me this. No one needs you to tell us. This is not 2021. Hell, I don't even think 1921 was that damn bad. You know what I mean? Like it damn sure wasn't 1820.
You know what's ironic? The fact that whole freaking thing.
My bad. Let's let Katakuri go.
The fact that whole thing was led by a white guy. That's what's ironic. So you want to try to make people, or I would assume, white people mostly feel bad about, not supporting diversity or whatever the heck they were trying to do with that shit show. Let's be honest.
And then that's a terrible thing to just assume that every white person needs to be lectured on the importance of that. I mean, it's a terrible thing to assume.
Yeah,
it's a terrible thing.
It is.
70% of your.
It's like that guy almost was ready to say, "My eyes have been opened to the problems with the world," despite the fact that I mean, I could easily see somebody trying to do that and try to act like, oh, you should feel bad that all of this is what's going on regarding video games and entertainment and whatnot. And the problem is, we all know how gullible kids can be. I mean, when we were teenagers, I'm sure we were all gullible, at least to an extent. So,
no, kids are good. They're not stupid. What do kids like to play? Fortnite, Overwatch, other games like this, bro. Those games are full of very diverse looking back.
I'd personally say anybody who plays Fortnite really needs to get their head examined, but that's just me.
Funny, but that's not the point I'm making. Like, the point I'm making is that, like,
diversity exists.
It already exists.
Now,
and if anybody here does play Fortnite, I did not mean to offend you in any way. Meaning anybody in the stream and anybody watching.
Fortnite sucks.
We offend people on this podcast. This is a free thinking podcast. Say your thoughts, say your piece, say your mind. We don't apologize for shit. Here we are who we are.
I will say this though, that I think that I'm not against necessarily. I'm not against what they're trying to say. I think one is a bad platform to say.
And just for anybody who doesn't know what they're trying to say is, they're trying
discussion. Here's take two with an important discussion on the necessity of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the corporate responsibility to honor those things.
Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to Virtual E3 2021. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion, underserved.
There's a white man.
Community engagement.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Equity and diversity.
Equity, diversity, equity, and diversity. Diversity.
Diversity, everything.
Young women, people of color, indigenous people, neurodiverse people.
These people don't play video games.
Yeah, what's going on here? They're using a bunch of big words to say we're for the people, we're support us, support our company. We're with the time.
Before I say my point, I gotta let Z-Boy get his take out because he hasn't gone yet. But I'll say something after that. Z-Boy, just for a refresher, what did you think of what you just saw?
Like I just said, there's just a bunch of like we're for the people, we're with the times, support our company, and we're using big words to really push out there our message of that we're with the people and diversity and things like that, the good stuff for the people, because the world needs to change, and that's basically what happened. That's basically what they said.
I would argue that they're using. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Please leave your message.
Oh, never mind. Okay, anyway, I would make the argument that and this is for me, but I'm thoroughly against this religion. That's what it is. It's a cult. It's a religion, bro. But it's a very, very dangerous cult because out of all those words they're using, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna give the benefit of the doubt and say they don't understand what they're saying. They know what they're saying, and one word that they keep saying to me that is a huge, huge red flag is the word equity. Equity is evil. And
what does it mean? Equality, right?
Nope. That's the common misunderstanding. Equality is simply equality. So equality is defined to describe like outcome. If I have a chance, you have a chance. Equity means everybody gets the same thing, which on paper sounds great.
Actually, that's not how equity was described to me.
But that is the definition of equity, though.
I'm gonna look it up.
I was described equality is everybody gets the same thing. I mean, everybody gets the same opportunity, but not necessarily the same outcome.
Yeah, exactly. But equality is outcome. Equality is opportunity. Equity is outcome.
Yeah, and I guess because hear me out. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, let's say you have a person who's 3 feet tall, a person who's 5 feet tall, and a person who's 7 feet tall. They're all trying to watch a baseball game, right? You have one person, you have a 7 foot tall person who can watch the baseball game perfectly fine. You have one person who gets that same thing. You get he bring up a picture right now. That's why I remember.
And that I'm about to explain to you why this is evil.
Yeah,
I'm going to explain to you why this is evil because this applies to everything. You know what I mean? This applies to. So can you guys see this? So this is the difference between equality and equity. The first one is equality. The second one is equity. The way this picture phrases this, I mean,
shows it.
I mean, yeah, my bad. My bad. The way this picture frames it makes it seem like that the first one is fucking. My bad. The first one is equity. The second one is equality. The way this yeah. The first one is equity. The second one is equality.
Wait, so this one's equity.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what. No, I would thought this one was equality and that one was equity.
So the one that can't see is
Like,
the one
that's equality is the one where everybody gets a box. Equity is saying you give them the box based upon their actual height. So the 3-foot guy has to get 2 boxes in order to see the baseball.
No, that one's equality.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one's equality? The one with the 1 box?
No, it's the second one. That's equality.
Are you sure? Are we sure about that?
I don't think that's equal because the dude got 2 boxes, even if he's smaller.
Equality means.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, my bad. But let me go back to my original point. So the way the picture frames this one, yeah, I'll confuse myself. So the way the picture frames this is somehow that the first option is somehow a bad thing because like the little kid can't see over the fence and the man's already tall enough that he can't see over the fence. But that's genuinely just equality.
Yeah,
everybody
gets a box.
It's even.
Yeah, everybody gets a box. Yeah.
And in terms of equity would mean like this isn't the case, but katakuri. Equity will be someone saying, "Hey, katakuri, you got too many pillows in your bed. We're taking your pillows to give them to somebody else."
I mean, that's actually fair though.
How is that fair?
Because he has too many pillows.
Who says he has too many pillows? This is a free country. If I want to go buy 16 billion fucking pillows, I have the resources to do it. I should be able to buy 16 billion.
I mean, no one's gonna like beat his ass in a pillow fight or something.
No. But you cannot have equity without force because here's quite simple. If I don't want to give you my pillows, what happens? You take them. You cannot have equity without force.
To some degree. So
on any degree.
Yeah.
Because equity is the fundamental foundation of socialism and communism. Those systems always devolve into force.
But I'm trying to think of what would you call it? Either way you look at it, it would become like a I don't know what you call it, like a whirlpool. I don't know what you would call it, but basically, you know, that could be drawn back because either way you look at it, if he has more pills than everybody else, that's not equal either.
No, okay, hold on. But you also have the opportunity to get the same number of pillows he has.
Yep, buy your own pillows.
and he did what he had to do to go get. But let me explain it to you this way. Let me give it to you this way. If I go out and I hunt 100 deer or catch 100, right? In a capitalistic / equal society, I have options to do with that. I can, since I did the labor, I did the work, these are the fruits of my labors, I decide what happens to these fish. So I can come back, I can keep them all for myself, I can give them away as charity, I can sell them for profit. Those are the 3 basic options, but I could do a plethora of options from there.
But the 3 major ones.
Those are 3 major ones. In a socialistic, communist, / equitable society, if I go catch these 100 fish, hunt these 100 deer, and I do all the work, and I come back to my village, they get taken from me and distributed. Yeah. There's nothing fair about that.
Or what they'll do.
Or are the people in the village starving?
Or
that's not my problem.
Right.
You're taking away my freedom for your equity. That's why equity is evil.
Or what
if you want to,
I feel like for anything though, there's no light or dark. There's probably needs to be
You gotta understand what I'm saying is equality.
It needs to be an equal of both probably because you know sometimes there might need to be resources distributed to others. But most of the time.
If I go out and I do all the work, you not being able to eat is not my problem. If that's the case, E-boy, give everything you own to the homeless people on the street right now.
But then I won't have anything.
I think everything. What you're saying. What you're saying is give them the opportunity to be able to get the same things that you have, but don't just give it to them.
Equity is out.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
So
that's what you're saying.
Are the people starving? Not my problem. If I want to give all that fish away as charity, cool. If I want to keep it all for myself, cool. If Katakuri has 16,000 pillows and he went out, he bought them all with his check for the money he worked at, you're not going Katakuri's store. I mean, you got too many pillows. That little girl needs a pillow. Not my problem.
You give me a pillow though, Kat.
I'd give you a pillow, sure, if you need it.
But you have choice to do that. Their business.
What I was trying to get at is what they'll do is, if they once again by force through legal means, they'll certainly say what they'll do is they'll enforce the idea that you can't have 100 fish. Meaning, like they'll put a limit upon.
There's nothing good about that.
I agree. I'm not. Well, I'm agreeing that there may or may not be something good about that. But what my point is that what we have to do is that if there is somebody who is literally in an impoverished state for whatever the reason may be, they at least have to have. I'm not saying that we have to like give them everything. I'm not telling you to just welfare check.
You know the best thing you do for those people? Just have the society be set up in a way to which you have the opportunity to do it, and if you don't do it, then you're a loser and you fail. It's just that simple. It's just that quite simple. As opposed to saying everybody gets a little bit of this and that, and you got too much, I'm giving it. There is no redistribution of wealth is evil. It is because
I mean, listen, man. If for example, like you said, the fish. If this dude has like 1,000 fish and then everybody else in the village is hungry, we just going to have to rob that dude with 1,000 fish just for the greater good.
You know what? You have every opportunity and everything. You have the right to make the choice. But see what you're saying, that's still dependent on your choice. Like he chose to go catch these 1,000 fish and he don't want to share, and you choose to rob him. That's an equal.
There's no other fish. Like he took all the fish and everybody else is going hungry. Like it's like kind of got to take it.
Hold on. Before you say that leads to chaos, the other way around is
it also leads to chaos.
The other one, it inevitably will. Because here's the first thing. If I came back and I was like, oh man, I bust my ass off all day. I just hunt these 100 deers. I cut their antlers off. I skinned them. I got all this deer meat. Someone come knock on my door. Hey, you got to give that deer meat to everybody. What if I say no?
Okay. No. That I completely understand.
You know what happens when you say no? Well, what happens when you say no is what happened to Soviet Russia and all these other places like that. You get dragged out to the back and have a bullet put in your head and thrown in the ditch.
Yeah.
And they take
it's messed up.
I'm not arguing for that.
So what I'm saying, on a fundamental level, equity sounds nice. Inequality could sound bad. Or I only have the opportunity, but he has this. Well, whether you want to believe it or not, either that nigga or his family or someone before him busted their ass, and that's why he has the wealth he has. Even if I was born tomorrow and my parents had billions upon billions, I cannot take Jaden Smith's money from him because his dad busted his ass, and his dad Will Smith had every right to give his children everything they ever fucking wanted because Will Smith. By
the way, Jaden Smith is feeding the homeless right now.
And that's his choice.
But I'm not arguing.
But what I'm saying is, I don't just because I feel like the Smiths got too much money. But guess what? Will busted his ass, and he don't want to give me his money, but he wanted to give his family money, and Will busted his ass. For me to take away the fruits of his labor just because I say you got too much, evil.
I get that. I think that once again, overcorrection. I think that we're going from one end of the spectrum to the other. I'm sure that there's a third option. But I believe the third option stems from not necessarily equity, but also acknowledging that there may be fundamental things wrong with our society, because our society isn't black and white. Like our society does have innate failures that then
Prez, my bad, but Prez is backstage again.
Even if that's the case, there's nobody in this society right now who has wealth that wasn't earned by someone at some point, even if it was inherited wealth. Someone worked for that wealth.
No, someone did that. Someone worked.
So what right do you have to take it?
No, I'm not arguing.
But that's what equity is. Because the equity states that you got too much, they don't got enough. Either them or their parents aren't working hard enough. Then, and even if you don't got nothing, your parents don't have. Hold on, no, that is what happened because I got my wealth from working from it. And so if you don't have wealth because your parents didn't have wealth because their parents didn't have wealth, I mean somebody wasn't working hard enough. You don't have to stay broke. Will Smith was born in fucking Philadelphia with nothing. 20-something years later, look what he got now.
Look at Eminem.
Eminem was born with jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
Look what he has now. So for you to say, oh, well, you're basically saying, well, I don't want to do what you or your parents or your grandparents before you did. Just give me what you got.
No, I agree with that. I'm not hearing.
How? Hold on. I need to ask from everybody. How is that not evil?
No, it is. I'm not arguing.
It's corrupt as hell.
Argument. Like I think that we're misconstruing my argument because that's never been my argument.
Oh,
because my argument isn't that. I'm coming from an immigrant background. I wasn't born in this country to actually have the opportunity to make money from this country. So I'm not arguing. That's not my
But
argument.
guess what, nigga? But by the time the day you die, know what? If you wanted something, you're gonna go out and get it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Or else you wouldn't be a paralegal right now.
Yeah, that's true. Big fact. And I'm actually going to school.
And then 2 generations later, when you're old and gray, you got grandkids and they all living good. Someone come knock on your door. Your grandkids got too many toys, man.
I'm like, what's up, nigga? Like, what's good?
And then you say you gotta give it to us. What if I say no? Oh, we're taking it. But I busted my ass for this.
I'm not even having that conversation.
Yeah, but they don't got enough.
Come in, dog.
You know what my response would be? Well, they need to go bust their ass. Floyd Mayweather grew up sleeping in a room with his 13 siblings.
Yeah.
In one room. Look what he got now. Let me show you what Floyd Mayweather got now.
I feel like we're using celebrities. Don't show me.
But no. Celebrities are examples of extreme hard work, whether you want to acknowledge it or not.
True. No, I get that, but I'm like, I don't want to see because celebrities are already up there. Show me the hard work of an individual that did come from nothing, and he could still be like a
that could be any plumber or that could be any guy who opened up a laundromat 30 years ago and now he has a small chain in his city and now he's going global. That could be anybody. This is what I'm saying. You cannot take away someone's hard work and then claim you're doing it for the greater good. I'm using air quotes. I know you guys can't see me, but anytime anybody says the greater good, I label them as evil. Because
what?
Right. Who's greater? Who's the greater good? Who decides it? And why the fuck should I give a damn?
Well, I mean,
it comes down. I mean, you're right. Everybody has a choice, but it just comes down to like how
working hard.
I mean, it's nothing. Okay, before you say anything, before you say any of this, it's nothing inherently wrong with being selfish. But at the same time, bro, if you have like billions of dollars,
there is nothing wrong with being
selfish. You give like $10 to like a homeless.
What if I don't want to?
Every now and then, like.
Well, hold on. What if I don't want to?
I mean, you don't have to do anything, but just like kind of.
I would rather live in a society.
Person.
But that's my point. I would rather live in a society that's based off equality, which means opportunity to get something. That's supposed to society based off equity, which means everybody gets the same outcome. So, and here's how equitable societies break down. Every house can only have 20 bottles of water a month. Every house can only have 2 pillows per room. Every house can only have 1 couch per house. What do I want? 8 couches?
No, you can only have 1 child.
Oh yeah, that's another one. You have too many kids, and so every home can only have 1 child. This is how equitable societies always break down. They always break down. Like, no, I gotta stress. They always break down like this because you eventually. It sounds good on paper. Yeah. Sounds good on paper, but when it breaks down, when you realize, like I said, I go hunt the 100 deer. I come back in an equal society. A capitalistic society. I know people hate capital, but capitalism is an equal society because everybody has the outcome. Whether you want to admit it or not, there are no robots. There is nothing stopping you from doing what you want to do. There is nothing stopping you. How hard you work is what you get. Yeah. That's fair. That's equal. That's not equitable though. It's not equitable. But what I'm saying is, on the other end, I come back, like I said, in an equal society. I can give it away as charity. I can sell it for profit. I can keep it for myself. You can do more, but those are the main 3. In an equitable society, it is taken and redistributed and given to everyone based off the criteria of, well, who has enough and who doesn't. And here's the question. Who's deciding who has enough and who doesn't? Does anybody in this chat right now know anybody that's intelligent enough, compassionate enough, wise enough to say, I'm the person that can decide what everybody should and shouldn't have? No, I don't know that person.
I certainly won't.
Well, it would be egotistical to say, so I don't know no one. Yeah.
Anybody know anybody like that?
I'd cut that person out.
You be the person that says, I will be the one who decides how much water you can drink.
I feel like I can do it. It'll just be too stressful. But
it's not even about too stressful. Who the fuck am I?
Who the fuck are you? You can't too many shoes. But I want to collect Jordans. Nope, that kid needs shoes, and I'm taking your Jordans. Yeah. I don't even fucking wear them, but this is what I'm saying. Like, you lose the right to collect. You use the right to have hobbies. You lose the right to do all these things because you got too much.
Yeah, no.
That's how equity always breaks down. True. It will always end that way.
Man, I was going to say.
For it.
Yeah. I was also gonna say he still can't get on track. Okay. Oh, I was also gonna say that I think that the only time like where the children's situation happens is if there's a overpopulation, like what's happening in China, where you literally only can have one kid because of the overpopulation of China. But I would say that there's a time and place for everything. Sure.
Okay, hold on. Hey, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you heard enough to comment on right now? Okay, just give your.
Perez is down bad, man.
With E3 and Take. Okay, hold on. Do you have anything? I'm about to put you on. You're on speaker. They can hear you right now. Anything you just want to say based on the conversation from the bits and pieces you've heard so far? Just anything.
So I'm not sure what the whole diversity thing was because I just couldn't hear it. It wasn't. I didn't actually see the video. But I mean, I don't understand how people don't understand that we are diverse as fuck right now. Like, there ain't no whites only, black only. Like, I'm just saying, that segregation type of shit don't even really exist like that. So there's literally, it doesn't matter which facet you go to, be it video games to movies to television to anything. There's representation for us all, bro. Comics, everything. There's representations for us all. There's been an Asian Hulk. There's been a Black Spider-Man.
Fuck out
this whole there needs to be more diversity. What the fuck are you talking about? There's tons of diversity. There's a black female Iron Man that exists right now.
Fuck Riri Williams.
What do you?
I agree. Riri Williams is garbage.
I'm just saying that's representation. I don't care how you feel about it. We're diverse. We're diverse.
That's forced diversity. Yeah, I mean, we had diversity long before Riri Williams. And how
I know that, but the point I'm making is like,
we also have
to hit all the check marks. People are like, oh, there's not enough female representation, or there's not enough black representation.
That's not even real diversity.
Representation. I'm just like, bro, you just hit the fucking mark with all that right there.
Chris, let me just stop you right there. In terms of fucking Korean Hulk, Amadeus Cho, Black Iron Girl, Riri Williams, all these characters, that is forced diversity representation because you act like Marvel wasn't diverse.
Forced or not,
hold on, wait a
diverse.
minute, Young Press.
It's there. It exists. Whereas Take Two was trying to say, oh man, we need more diversity for what?
Hey, hold on. Let me finish what I was saying. I'm saying on the topic of those characters, I really hate them. And they all started existing like after 2016. Keep in mind what I just said. After 2016 when these characters started to exist. Marvel was long diverse far before 2016.
Sure.
Marvel was diverse. And then there's not even real diversity representation because all you're doing is taking characters that already exist with mantles that are already established and you're gender and race bending them and saying, we're being diverse now. You're not even going through the effort of actually making new characters.
The worst part was Wally West being changed.
Wally West is fucking retarded, making Iceman gay as fuck. You're not taking the extra step to make a new black character or make.
You're being lazy.
You're just going to take a character that already exists, make them gay, black, a woman, etc. Blah 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 blah. That's not even like real. And to that point, I'm saying is long before these bullshit race bent, gender bent, teeny bopper characters existed, Marvel and DC was long diverse already. You already had the X-Men. We already had the Justice League. We already had these things. They already existed. All you have to do was add to them. They didn't add to them. They went back, and it was like, what if Iron Man was a black girl? Why can't he just be Iron Man? And why can't you just make a new black girl superhero?
Iron Woman.
No, but we only have to
that is the definition of tokenism. Yeah. And tokenism is
racist. It's racist. It's racist. It's racist because you're not choosing me because I'm good. You're choosing me because you need to fill a quota. That's racist.
You know what pisses me off? Pisses me off?
That's quite literally.
Why have all the redheads been replaced with black people?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get up real quick. Yeah. I'm about to prove this. Young Chris, keep talking. I'm about to prove
has every single redhead, famous comic redhead, is just replaced with a black person? What is?
Not even just, hold on, Young Prince. It's not even just comics anymore. We're making a Little Mermaid black. you know
what pisses me off about that? Because like I said, like you said, if you want actual representation of another race, then why can't they go like the Princess and the Frog route? Yeah, we had all these other princesses, right?
New?
There were all these different races, right? And it's like, we want a black princess. Fine, they made one. Why can't
granted.
Little Mermaid is white. No one's mad. No one's mad because you're making the Little Mermaid black. We're mad because you're changing the fucking.
You know what really sucks about Invincible?
But to pander to the people who claim there's not a diverse character.
And you know what's crazy about that though?
You have the ability to do that.
You know what's crazy about that though? Tiana would be less respected and less loved if she was just the Black Cinderella or the Black Snow White.
No, we already know her name's Brandy.
But that was a good movie.
That was a good movie. That was a banging ass movie. Houston's your godmother, bro.
Great villain too. Dr. Facilier or whatever.
See this real quick? I just want to, because this is funny, but this is a young person talking about Starfire, who's not even white. She's a Tamaranian. Her skin is orange.
She's orange.
Her skin is orange. Tamaranian.
Not gonna lie. I always thought Starfire was black though when I was younger.
She's not even
like light skin kind of.
Wait a minute. Starfire is not even.
Shut the hell up.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Starfire was black.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
Cyborg is black. Fool ass.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Young Prince. Wait a minute. Because I mean, not to pull my Kevin Simon, but don't talk over me. But it's like what I'm saying is like Starfire was Tamaranian. She's not even human. Okay, Tamaranians have orange skin. For the love of God, why did you make her a black woman? It's how hard was it to hire a black actress and put her in orange makeup? I didn't say you couldn't do that. Hold on, I'm still gonna go. Look, fucking Triss from The Witcher, some light skinned girl. Fucking Mary Jane, let's make her fucking black. Ariel, let's make her black. Jimmy Olsen, let's make her black. Iris West, let's make her black. What are you doing?
Bro, that's the worst one. Jimmy Olsen's the worst one.
Wally West is also red-haired.
Wally West is another. That's not even the whole list. There's more. But what I'm saying is like, what the fuck is going on right now?
They're racist against redhead people.
Nobody likes ginger.
They're anti-ginger.
They made Wally
which sucks, man. Because before I went bald, I had red hair.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like naturally, or you dyed it that?
Naturally, man. It was flowing. Nice. It was good. Had all the ladies.
That's awesome.
Oh, I knew a kid. I knew a black kid with red hair when I was younger. That nigga had long eyebrows. That shit blew my
mind. Well, I was trying to get to the Starfire point. Like,
no, I'm just sipping on this juice.
That in Star Wars, a lot of the alien characters have been represented as black people, which is why so many people associate aliens with black people. Because
that sounds Gamora didn't help.
No, it is racist. That sounds racist. But that's
what the fuck is that?
My bad. That sounds.
I'm not trying to be. Okay.
No. I mean, no. That's me joking. I know you're not being disrespectful, but it was like that. Just sounds. They're an alien. Let's make them black.
No,
let's make them.
It does seem to be true, though.
Isn't that what we did to Piccolo? Isn't that what we did to Shakti? Isn't that what we did to Ahsoka Tano? Isn't that what we did to Mace Windu?
I thought Rosario Dawson was a little.
Wait. No, Mace Windu wasn't an alien. He was a human.
No, he was not. He's from a completely different planet.
But he's still human. Like he's still.
No. David Bennett is right. He's humanoid. If they don't live on Earth, they're not like humans as we are. You know what I mean?
Okay, fine. Yeah, but he's not.
No,
he's humanoid.
He's humanoid. He has a race that is barely force sensitive due to the nature of their planet.
Because Katakuri, what you're saying is basically Goku and Vegeta are humans, and they're not.
They're not.
Didn't we see like black Vultramites or whatever their name is off that show?
No, I'm so serious that a lot.
But hold on, wait a minute. This only proves my point. How many pieces of media did you just name?
Star Wars, Star Trek,
There's a lot of black actors playing these characters.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z.
There's a lot of black actors playing these characters.
I named a lot.
Dude, they made Electro black.
Spawn.
Yeah.
No, but keep in mind, hold on. Electro is another fucking redhead.
No.
And they made Jamie Foxx play.
Wait, here's my thing. I will actually defend that by saying that.
No, I'm not saying I'm against or for it. I'm just bringing up the point that it's like we're always replacing white characters, but
Well,
we're not gonna make Jon Stewart Hispanic.
Yeah,
we're not gonna make T'Chaka Asian.
No, T'Chad? That shit will be fucking flames. Imagine if he was the lost heir to the Russian Empire that had some type of alien vibranium situation going on, and then he had a new thing called, and he was called the Siberian Bear. Oh, that is gonna be fucking flames.
That kind of is fire though.
Oh, he was a Russian. Tell me you want to watch that. Tell me you want to bang that, bro. Tell me you.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. So I'm going to make a change to our position. Let's change the Black Panther to the Siberian Bear.
The Siberian Bear. We literally bring back the Russian Empire. We call him. We call him Ivan Romanoff. We call him. He's the step cousin to Natasha Romanoff, who is also technically royal family.
Hey, there you go.
Actually connected through the.
I'm surprised they let Scarlett Johansson play. Oh, holy! She's not even naturally a redhead. So fuck it. But whatever. I'm surprised they let Scarlett Johansson play.
She's also not Russian.
No, she's not Russian. But that's not even the thing. But no, like think about that.
Doesn't even have a freaking accent.
You can literally.
She had it in the first film, but then dropped it.
No,
it was a pretty terrible accent.
Actually make a historical.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Let me answer that. So, Katakuri, the reason why, and I'll let this slide because it's logistic and it stays in line with the character. The reason why, like I said, in the first Avengers film, you heard her use a Russian accent, but you heard her keep using it. So Natasha Romanoff is schooled to speak every language on the planet in every accent because she's a super spy, part of the KGB. It's part of her infiltration tactics. So whether she go to Mexico or America or whatever, she can adapt to that culture, speaking their dialect with their accent. The reason why she consistently uses an American accent is because she spends most of the time around mostly Americans. I can only just give her that.
That's fair, but I've also seen her in other things where she still has a Russian accent. So what the heck?
No, but I will say this. This is what you could. But to Chad, no, but I'm saying Ivan Romanoff, the Siberian Bear, is completely doable.
That's hot.
Completely
It was
doable.
That's hot. It was sell. Give me that.
Man, you don't go write that fan fiction so we can see it later.
Nigga, I will write that tonight. I will write that.
Nah, I'd rather see. I'd rather see.
The Siberian Bear, that nigga be flames, dog. Make him like Zangief, but he's fast, but he's just as fast and strong as
each other and be the Siberian tiger.
Oh, what I want to do?
I did the Siberian Bear should be like more like of a brute, like
Right. You know what?
He could be a tank.
T'Challa, he's pretty slim and stuff.
No.
We need a big
bear.
A big
Zangief.
Right.
We're making Zangief into a Marvel kit.
Yeah,
man, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay, so hold on. What I want to do is I want to move on to the next, because this is a fun topic. It's a pretty heated topic. Everybody's giving incredible opinions and thoughts on it.
Oh shit! I ain't got to say nothing.
Hold on, wait, my bad. My bad.
You gotta let the president speak.
Yeah, my bad. Young Prez, keep going. Like, my bad. I didn't want to. If you think you have more to say,
so we're talking about representation now.
Just in general. Oh, wait, hold on. Did you hear our conversation on equity?
Kind of, sort of. Like I said, I didn't fully hear it. I just know that I don't agree with the redhead nigga.
He talking through his prison phone.
You said something about like, what's wrong with giving away $10 if you got a big man? Fuck that. I'm keeping all my goddamn money. If I want to give my money away, let me decide that. But don't be like, yo.
So you're more along the lines for equality, represents outcome. That's
do it because everybody should have the equity. No, suck my ass.
So that means you're more along the lines for equality, which represents opportunity, as opposed to
Yeah,
equity.
because at the end of the day, okay. So think about this right now. Think about this. You got people, all of us, and I'm not sure who does or does not work, right?
Okay.
In this party chat, in this broadcast,
works, nigga.
I work for every single fucking penny I have. My credit score, I just got my credit score up. I just paid off my car. I just got me an apartment.
Oh, shit, nigga, you really?
It's not my fault the next person can't do what I did. I don't have no.
I mean, that's not the same. That's not the same what I was saying. I'm saying you got like $1 billion. You can give somebody $10
to find a government paying job with health benefits, health insurance, a 457. Like it's possible. It's not my fault that there are people out there who don't want to put forth the effort to get where I've gotten. It's not my fault, and I shouldn't have to pay for their lack of drive or their situation. I don't care that you got fucking 5 kids from 6 different baby daddies. I don't give a fuck.
Damn, nigga.
Your legs, you put yourself in a situation. I think we should get rid of fucking welfare, free insurance, and food stamps. It's nobody's fault you can't work unless you're just like this fucking able. Unless your body is just so fucking able.
But here's the thing: in a
go
society,
and do shit for yourself. Fuck you.
Young Prez, here's the thing: in a society that's based off equality and not equity, we make systems for people in those predicaments. If you are genuinely disabled and cannot work, the government will send you some money every month. It won't be enough money to make you Bill Gates, but it will give you enough money to pay a rent. Actually, you won't even have to do that. They'll do that for you, and they'll give you money to get food and stuff because it's like, hey, you genuinely cannot.
That's perfect, dude. I love that. I love that idea.
Yeah, but no, that's not an idea.
Remember when Light Yagami was like, I'm gonna start killing
No, but this is what we actually do, though.
You want me to say something?
Like, this is what we actually do.
Listen to this concept for just a second. We're as a society are more not, and I'm not talking about us specifically, but we're more willing to give money to people who don't want to work, right? We're more willing to give people who don't want to work, don't want to put forth the effort to try to work. We're more willing to give those people free food, free healthcare, free rent, all of this shit, right? But we have veterans, people who've actually went out and fought for this country for whatever fucking reason it is. They went out and put their lives on the line, and they're homeless. They're homeless. These people that went out fucking and got blown the fuck up, shot at, fucking shell shocked. They come back to nothing.
Young Prez, I just want to say something to that. You know what? They're homeless, but you know what they also are primarily?
What's that?
They're men. So
that's also true.
No, this is what I'm saying. There are no safety nets for men in this country. This is something I speak out against a lot. There are no safety nets for men in this country, like at all. If you're a man and you're homeless and then die on the street, that's basically how this country works. No one gives a fuck. Like, I'll put it to you this way, and I could prove this thing with one statistic, one fact. Did you know? And you've heard me say this before. Did you know that 1 out of every 10 homeless person you see in this country is a woman? That's tragic. Do you know why? Because the other 9 are dudes.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Do you know why the other 9 are dudes? I have a friend of mine who works in a homeless shelter. She explained this to me. She's like, yeah, whenever we get chicks that come in here, especially if they're young, they won't be here for more than a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so. Do you know why? Because they always get rescued. If they don't get rescued by some guy who just takes them off the street and gives them a place to stay, there's so many systems like WIC, which literally means women and children.
Women, infant, children.
Women, infant, and children. Yeah, that's it. Women, infant, children. There are so many government programs and safety nets that, like, I want to say this outright. Oh, so it's toxic. If you're a female and you're in this country and you're broke and you're failing and you're homeless, whatever, you suck, because it's almost impossible for you to fail. It's almost impossible. There are so many government safety nets, programs, welfares, aid programs, WIC, etc. Not only that, hold on. Not only that, but charity from the men of this country as well. Because there are a lot of millionaires who are married chicks who work at McDonald's, but you're not seeing one female millionaire working some guy who pushes carts outside of Kroger's. That's not happening. So if you're a chick in this country and you're somehow living uncomfortably, you deserve it. You suck. Because there's no reason for you to be living that way. Because you have so many, you have ways from the literal governmental infrastructure of this country and societally speaking, you have multiple ways to take care of. You can literally.
I mean, they might not want to do the societal showing their ass, you know.
You don't gotta show your ass. I know plenty of dudes who are with chicks who don't show their ass, and their chicks don't work, and their chicks are staying home, and they're just staying home moms, and the guy goes home and he's willing to definitely bust his ass and come home to a chick who doesn't do shit. You will not find a single female that's willing to let you sit on her couch and play video games all day, Z-boy.
That shit wouldn't happen to me though.
Even your mom. Not
even your fucking mama will let you sit on your ass all day and do nothing.
Not even your mom.
Hey, like that dude said, boom, that shit wouldn't happen to me though.
But this is what I'm saying. Like it comes down to a level where it's just like it's almost, I would say almost, because there are always examples. Like most of the homeless women in this country, most of them are widows. You know what I mean? Or something like that, or they in situations like that. But like it's almost impossible to fail. If you're a dude, military or not, dude, if you don't got it, no one cares. The government doesn't even care. Because the second you're a dude and you hit like 16, the government's like, well, you're on your own, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. But you know why? But you know why? But you know what? That gives us men the drive to bust our ass and work for what we got. So I'll be damned if you take it from me, because no one fucking gave it to me.
My point exactly.
That's
So
my
if
point.
you gotta struggle and fucking die so that I can be successful, then that's your fucking problem.
Okay.
Survival of the fittest.
Hey,
The
that's
strong
nature.
will inherit the earth.
That's nature.
Natural selection, bro. Fuck.
I can agree with this unless in the case of where I have billions of dollars.
I don't care what your situation
Wait a minute.
is. I don't care what your situation is, and I'm about to get a little personal with y'all. I know people. I grew up in a household. My mom by herself raised 4 of us. My sister is a fucking mooch. My older brother is a fucking thug. My younger brother is dead. Right? I'm the only one who's here and making something of myself. We're all raised by the same mom.
Mm-hmm.
Same opportunities. But if you don't choose to fucking take hold, like I said, I don't have a high school education. I didn't go to college. All I have is my GED. But I'm somehow managing to live and thrive and survive.
Nah, you're being humble right now, nigga. You doing more than managing. You busting your ass. You drive trains for a living. Don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't be humble.
Anybody who's
nigga, stop being humble. Nigga, you drive trains for a living. Stop being humble, nigga. Stop saying you managing. You busting your ass right now. Stop being humble.
But you know me, bro. You know I'm not about to sit here and try to be like that nigga. Oh yeah, and like. But what I'm saying is, for a person,
hold on. Like you just said, hold on. Wait a minute.
Opportunities I have, you can. If you are not making something of yourself, it's because you don't want to make something of yourself.
But that's exactly my point. That's why I said.
Want it enough.
But that's exactly my point. That's why I said, bro. Stop being humble. Like you said, you didn't have but I know you personally. You didn't have a wealth of opportunities. Home a single mother at 4. You did not have a wealth of opportunities. But here you are. I know how you doing right now. Nigga, like so. You bust your ass. You deserve to sit here and say, nigga, I'm that nigga because I get out and I get it and I do it because no one's doing it for me. You deserve to say that. That's why I say
exactly. So why should anybody get a single?
Oh, well, you know why? I'll tell you that because
I have to go out here and fucking earn.
Well, I'll tell you that, young person. I'll tell you the answer for that. You know how you like to collect Superman memorabilia? You know you got all these Superman like statues and plushies and mugs and socks and shirts and all these things you never open, but you like to collect stuff with Superman on it. Well, guess what? Tommy down the block wants some Superman stuff, and you got too much. So I'm gonna take
That's Tommy's fucking problem.
Well, I was gonna say that I don't know if you understand.
Hold on, David Business about to speak.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I think you kind of understand where I'm coming from a little bit.
I just think equity's evil.
Right. But I'll tell you this: that I am a person who even though wasn't raised by my biological mother. Well, abandoned by my biological father. I was raised by my aunts. I'm doing pretty okay. I was, I'm a paralegal.
See, y'all niggas need to cut this humble shit out. Y'all niggas need to stop doing this humble shit on the SOULcast. We don't do that. If you got your shit, state your shit, nigga, because you worked for it. Y'all need to cut this shit out, bro.
All right, okay, good. I will state my shit then.
Yeah.
I am a paralegal working for the Harris County DA's office. And I'm working to graduate and I hope to have my master's in 5 years. But I'm working hard to get my master's in 5 years.
Damn straight.
Now I think that a large part of the problem the only thing I worry about when it comes to this equity conversation is people who are genuinely disadvantaged because of outcomes that they're born into that they don't have control of. That's what I would be concerned. Other than that,
can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Young person, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
One question. You ever play poker, or like speed or any card game?
Sometimes you gotta play the hand you dealt, nigga.
Does everybody get the same hand?
Fuck no, nigga. Sometimes you gotta fold on this.
If you get the best hand, does that mean you win? I used to love playing VC, which I forgot what Viet Cong.
Yeah.
No, Viet Cong is the name of the fucking organization during World War II. But like,
I remember it's usually called BS.
Yeah. Like, but like VC is a variation of BS. Yeah. But like, I used to love playing that card game. Nigga, just because you had the best hand and you had a handful, unless you had all 4 twos, which means you immediately win, you could have 3 twos and still somehow lose. Just because you don't got the best handle, you can't make something out of it.
Yeah.
That's the only point I'm making. So when I say, I'm disadvantaged, nigga, a lot of people are disadvantaged. Some people are born deaf. Some people are born paraplegic. Some people are born this and that. Some people are born in the hood. Some people are born rich, but with parents who don't give a shit about them. Some people are born, you know what I mean?
Because here's the thing. Disadvantage doesn't necessarily mean financial. Sometimes disadvantage can be emotional. Sometimes disadvantage can be psychological. Sometimes disadvantage can literally be me. You could make the argument that I am, by every metric, disadvantaged, coming from a different country, don't know the language, abandoned by my father, sidelined by my mother.
No, let me ask you a question to that then. Who studied for you? Who went to apply and put you in school? Who went to apply and put you in the DA's office? Who did this shit? You did it.
I had to go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll take.
Now hold on, wait a minute.
The toughest exam I ever had to take was in the military because they actually had to check your entire background.
Oh, coming from a different country, there. Oh, you were able to serve in the military coming from a different country. That's interesting. But hold on. But you also have citizenship. So okay. But I just want to say, Katakuri, you've been quiet for a while. Would you like to chime in? I don't want to feel like you're being excluded from the conversation. If you just want to stay quiet for the time being, I know you kind of like to just listen. But if there's anything you want to say, if you want to say anything, by all means, Katakuri, jump in. Or would when you're ready to speak, just let us know.
Well, the real reason is because I was kind of getting tired, but
well, we got one more topic, and then I can let you get out of here.
Yeah, because my eyes are kind of
weighing on you.
Okay, we got one more topic, and this one is kind of this is a bit more like
lighthearted.
No, actually, it's a bit more somber, to be honest. It's kind of sad. Is anybody familiar with Lil Loaded?
Oh, the kid who committed suicide, right?
Yeah. Is anyone familiar with Lil Loaded? Well, he's a rapper. I don't know anything about him.
I don't want to get into this. I don't know who this is, but I don't want to.
Well, it's something real quick because I just want to speak on this because it is something unfortunate that happened to this young man. I wish he wouldn't have did this, but he's a rapper from Dallas, I believe, and then it is a bit sad. I won't be on this one for too long. But there's a young man that goes by the name of Lil Loaded. He was a rapper from Dallas or something.
Oh, I think I remember that name actually.
Okay. I'm not familiar with his music. I didn't really listen to him or anything like that. I really don't plan on it. But it was reported that he was found dead not long ago, and then it came out that his friends, his entourage, and even his mother stated that basically, long story short, he committed suicide because his girlfriend, who was like an Instagram model or something like that, cheated on him. And I kind of just wanted to speak on the state of a lot of young dudes in this country. I think a lot of too many young men in this country are disenfranchised in the sense, and I even hate using words like that, but they really are. They're disenfranchised in the sense that they're I call it like the Latin complex. I think I coined that term. If you never heard nobody say that before, I'm the first one to say it. You know how like young girls have that. You know, young girls have that shit. Atlantic complex. Sophist coined that. Yeah, if you're familiar, like young girls have the Cinderella complex, but they all want to be Cinderella, who get the Prince Charming, who takes them away and gives them a good lifestyle. Right. So a lot of young guys out here have this Aladdin complex where they want to be the street rat who gets Princess Jasmine, and when things don't go their way, there's too many dudes who kill themselves over female attention. There's too many dudes who go out and shoot their best friend because he's sleeping with his girl. And I guess the point I'm making is just too many dudes on this planet who are too wrapped up in women. I'm gonna say that quite right. And this is something dangerous. Like if you look into if you go to even other nations, like I said to the planet, you look at other nations like in Japan, there's an epidemic of people just finding dudes in their 20s or 30s or whatever who just committed suicide, who just died in their homes, and no one's heard from them because they're just so alone and so depressed and they're so by themselves. And I think we just got to try to do something as a people. And I don't even like saying shit like this, but just to get young men to not be so wrapped up in feeling like if they don't have validation. Because look, I suffer from loneliness. I want a family. I want all this shit. I suffer from loneliness and depression. But I won't let it beat me. There's too many young men on this planet, specifically, who feel like if I don't would it be 20, 30 years old, virgins, girls don't like them because they're nerdy or whatever the fuck and this and that, and then they'll just kill themselves or do something terrible because they don't feel like if I don't have female attention, then my existence isn't validated. And I think this is a terrible state of mind.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
All right. So since we're talking about it, I'm gonna say even more so than just the female aspect of it. I think it just has a very big thing, or to me, I feel like the biggest issue is that men, whether you be young or old, up to a certain age, because as a child, you love unconditionally for the most part. Up to a certain age, you kind of, as a man, up to a certain age, it kind of doesn't matter what you do. Your mom is your mom or dad or whatever. They're like whatever. But at a certain age, all of that shit goes the fuck out the window, and it's time to grow the fuck up. It's time to grow the fuck up. It's time to be a man. Stop crying all the goddamn time. Men don't do that shit. And it is funny because they call it. They say that those attributes, right? Those attributes that we grow up with, that are shoved down our throat, and then we display. Now it's perceived as toxic masculinity to not feel or not act a certain way. But it's crazy because we've been taught this shit from such an early age, right? Men, you're not seen as value. Where men are not seen as value. And the shitty part about it is the way that we get our value or our validation a lot of the times is through women. Because there are wildly successful men who still kill themselves. Robin Williams, as an example, like great men, awesome people who don't feel value. So, honestly, this like I'm not religious. But doing this podcast, doing this SOULcast, this shit is like church for me. This is like it's like a place I get to say what the fuck I want to say. Be who the fuck I want to be, express how the fuck I feel, and if you don't like it, leave the fucking podcast, Like, I feel like if men aren't allowed to just we're not allowed to feel, we're not allowed to be with our brothers, be with our brethren, and just really feel and be who we are. Like, they beat us down. We get society, women, hell, even other men beat you down and tell you you're not fucking worth shit. And that's why we have these young men getting with these women, getting their heart broken, losing their validation, and killing themselves. Because we're not mentally strong, or because we're forced to feel a certain way mentally. We're never allowed to address or express the situation. So we're like, oh shit, if it's not working the way they said it should work, fuck it. I'd rather be dead.
Well, let me just comment on that real quick. How often, like, and I think this, I will believe this would apply to everybody here and just most people in the world. But if you were just out walking down the street and you just saw like some chick, maybe around your age, maybe a little younger, and she was just sitting on a park bench, sobbing her eyes out, before you even get to her, how many people walk up to this girl and be like, "Oh, sweetie, what's wrong?
Oh my God, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Oh, sweetie, do it, blah, 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 blah." And she'll be immediately comforted and consoled.
Fuck, I've done that shit before. I've seen a woman fucking crying, and I fucking pull out a fucking napkin or some shit like, "Oh, are you all right? Here you go."
Yeah, but if ISO was and this is a truth. So if ISO was just having a literal mental breakdown in the middle of public, and I had to go stop to the side, or I just sat on the curb, pulling my hair, thinking to myself, "What the fuck's happening? Why am I feeling?" I'm shaking, literally. Do you know how people walked past me and looked at me like I was fucking weird?
Like you're fucking crazy. Like you're not.
Yeah, that's just
I would stop.
You're not allowed
don't make
to
the
fucking
rule.
feel.
That's and I think that's what but I also think it's what I say this. I try to say this as humbly as I possibly can. But I also believe that that's what makes me exceptional.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you're the exception, you are exceptional. Is that something? But this is a true story, bro. There was one point when I was out.
I would go and see.
So, like you guys know, I was heavily on YouTube, like heavily, always, every week, constantly doing reviews. I couldn't, nothing could stop me. Nothing could stop me. And until one of my best friends unfortunately killed himself, and then not long after that, my dad died. And not long after that, a friend of mine who I was really close with, who I had a crush on in high school, got killed by a drunk driver. And then not long after that, one of my older brother got killed on some gang violence. And then not long after that, one of my cousins tried to avenge him and got killed on some gang violence. And this all happened to me over the course of a couple of months. This is when Soul was on YouTube for a while. I was making all those very interesting videos and freestyles. Which I know you guys remember that. But I was going through so much mentally. At one point, I broke out of nowhere. I just broke. And actually, it's crazy because what happened was I was walking and I just tripped and I fell. And I just did not want to get up. And I just broke down. And you know, people walked over me.
I'm sorry that happened to you, man.
Hey, that's fine. What I'm saying is I tripped, I fell, and I just broke. And it wasn't me falling, hitting the ground, made me cry. Oh, I got a boo-boo. It was just so much. For some reason, me tripping and falling and hitting the ground, it just made me break mentally. And so many people walked over me. Like and until like one person finally stopped. It was an older dude, older black dude. He just stopped. Yo, man, what's going on? What's going on, man? You got to get up. But you know what he told me? You got to get up, man. You got to brush yourself off. You got to shake all that. And it's crazy. That's what I'm glad he stopped and said something. But it's like, damn, even you're trying to help me, but even you're telling me to brush it off. But this is why I say all the time.
Brush off your fucking problems. You know, and that's the thing. Like all of those tropes and those cliches are made for men. It's always darkest before the dawn. And, you know what I'm saying? It runs out, or it'll get better. And time heals all. All that's just not made for fucking women.
But you know what? You know what else though?
Like people, when something happens to a woman, that shit it's taken care of. It's attacked like a fucking disease immediately. Yeah. Immediately. Well, as a man, you fall down, but you get up. You gotta live. You live to fight another day. It's like. You can't let it keep you down forever. It's like, what the fuck are you saying?
But you know what though? And you know what? On some level, I agree with you. But another level, I'm glad he said. Even though that's what he said, I'm glad he said it because there's something. Young prayers, David Benz. You might hear me say a lot. I always say, but you let the shit roll off your skin like water, or something like one of my heroes always. I hear him say it all the time, and I agree with him because I don't have a choice. I don't have this is the world we live in. Like Captain America said, I can do this all day. You know, sometimes I have to tell myself. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. I've
had to do that though.
Like this is I can do this all day. I can do this all day.
This is y'all getting it raw. Everybody in the podcast, y'all hearing this shit. Y'all are getting the raw shit. Look.
Hold on, Young Press.
1,000% with y'all.
Hold on, Young Press. Can you hold that thought? David Bennett has something he would like to say.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that. Well, had I been the person that found it, first of all, because even if I have to carry you ain't dying here. This ain't where you die, nigga. I don't care where you live. You ain't dying here. That's number one. Number two, what I would do, I wouldn't tell you to get up and brush it off. What's wrong? That's because I will never forget. There was one time where one of my students, also by the way, I'm a tutor. One of my students, she was crying, and she was crying hard. And I asked her. I sat there and waited with her. Sometimes that's just gotta be what it is. Sometimes you just gotta sit there and wait, sit there and stand through somebody's issues because maybe that's all they need. They just need somebody that'll stand with them. Once she got all that out of her system, we had a conversation. I didn't tell her it was going to get better. I didn't try to relate it to my story. What I did was say, I'm not going to say that darkness comes before the dawn. I'm going to tell you that as bad as this is, at the end of the day, what I don't want you to believe is that there's no one that you can turn to. And I think that is far more comforting than saying brush it off. No, if there's something wrong, I don't care what day it is. You can send me a text message. You can call me anytime you want to. I might not get to you immediately because I'm a human. But best believe if you send me a text message saying, "Hey, you need to talk," I'm going to respond back. If you send a back signal, I don't care where you are. I'm gonna find a way.
If you need me, I'll come running.
I'm coming. The only time I'm not coming is if I'm dead. If I don't get to you, I'm dead.
Now, here's the problem with that. not problem. That's fantastic, actually. But here's the problem with, I guess, the world right now, and it comes on two levels, probably even more than that, but two main levels. One, most dudes aren't encouraged or even taught to be that way, and two, most women can't handle that, even though they are taught to be that way. And the example I will use, I have my sister-in-law who's married to my cousin. I know that's technically not my sister-in-law, but my cousin's like my brother. I call her my sister-in-law. But she, she's in the military, and she was telling me like there was one guy on base. She just saw this one guy, and every day she sees him, he just kind of gives up this vibe, and she feels like she's hurting or something. But he don't say much to anybody. He don't do. So one day she kind of just went and stopped to him. One of them talked to him. He's like, "Hey, what's wrong?" He told her, "Oh, nothing." And she said, "I poked, I prodded, I tried to get him to speak." When he finally started to let it all out, and she felt bad about this, she pulled back. She's like, "Whoa, that's a lot."
We want to know why? Because women are taught to express problems, but not necessarily taught to internalize, not necessarily taught to listen to somebody else's. They're the ones who are expressing. They're not the ones who.
No, but the point I'm making is like if you talk, and we've all been here, and we all know, we've all seen this because we're all dudes. If someone comes and asks you, 9 times out of 10, you might be more emotionally sensitive than other guys, but 9 times out of 10, someone goes, "Hey, what's wrong?" As a guy, you're probably going to default to just say, "You know what, man, it's nothing." At the end of the day, I'm all right. I'm cool. It's good. Like, don't worry about it. Do this, because you know it's a lot. Because there's probably a lot you're holding on to. And the second because I've been in this situation, the second you want your act, you keep, it's this. Most dudes aren't equipped to handle that, and or I mean, not equipped. Most dudes want to handle that. Most women are equipped to handle that. And like my cousin said, when he finally started speaking to her, she was just like, "Oh man, that's like, oh wow, I don't know what to say." And you know what I told her?
Nobody really does, though.
Yeah. But you know what I told her? You should have asked. Because the first time he told you, don't worry about it, he probably knew you don't want to. You don't want to. You don't. I tell people all the time, and people think I'm joking when I say this, but if you spend 24 hours in my head, you probably kill yourself. You don't want to know. You don't. Some people who are really close to you might be more equipped, but you can only put so much of that emotional weight on them before they hit you. Like, dude, look, man, damn.
You know what? And I say that too. I say that all the time. Because you always say, so you always say to me, "Hey, man, Craig, if there's anything you want to talk about, man, come and talk to me, man. You always talk to me." And I hear you. Trust me. I hear you. And I feel the same way. But at the same time, I understand that we're so close that how I feel can affect you directly. And now I got to sit here and think about, damn, well, I just put all that on his shoulders and now I feel better. But now he's all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because now he's thinking about me. Like, we're thinking about the bad things I've been doing.
When you lost your dad, I lost my brother literally, like a week right before that? Yep. Maybe like a week and a half?
Yep.
And so it was like, damn, you're trying to help me, I'm trying to help you. It was like, damn, what do you even do in a situation like this type of shit? You know? What I was trying to get at earlier, before Mr. Benson started, going on and speaking his piece, is if anybody feels a certain type of way, and especially as a man, I'm telling you, I'm saying this because I'm giving it to y'all raw, and I'm speaking on personal experiences. As a man, if you feel like you can't go to your friend, or you don't have anybody to talk to, I recommend going to therapy. I know not everybody can afford it, or everybody feels that it's for them.
Or they have a good opinion. I'll say
believe it or not, there are a lot of things out there. And next time, if we touch on this topic again, I'll make sure I have the information. But I know for a fact, because I did it myself, there's actually like a group out there. It's almost like a suicide hotline type of situation, but it's just a group of people that are always at the ready to text. If you have anything that's going on, you text them, and they respond to you basically immediately. Like get that shit out. Don't ball it up. Don't hold it in. Get it out, and get it out in a healthy way. What's important is that you do it in a healthy way. If you write, if you sing, if you make music, if you work out, if you draw, if you play video games, if you go to the movie, find a healthy outlet. You have to express yourself. You have to express yourself. Fuck it. If you gotta be that guy who goes and cries by him fucking self or whatever, hey, do that shit too. But you have to express yourself. You have to make sure that your mental stability is number one. Because 9 times out of 10, being a man especially, nobody gives a fuck about you. The only reason why we're even talking about this kid is because he was somewhat of a famous rapper.
That's
if he was not a famous rapper, if he was just another fucking man, another average Joe, he'd just be another dead average Joe that nobody would have heard of dealing with a problem with a girl.
And you know what's something crazy? I think it's about time he might wrap this up soon, but I just want to, and I'm gonna go around and get everybody's kind of thoughts. But one thing I just want to say, and here's a fact, and it's crazy. Worldwide, not just in this country, worldwide, women attempt suicide far more than men, but men are successful at suicide far greater than women. You know what that means? If a woman will be like, "Oh, I want to kill myself," and she'll attempt it, but she'll do something softcore. She might swallow some pills, something where she can be saved or survive. If a dude's going to kill himself, he's going to make sure he dies.
Yeah, he already made the decision. I know this. Hey, here's catch. I know this person because I'm going to get personal with you guys. My eldest brother, he passed away and he committed suicide. And the greatest regret that I ever had in life was my inability to save him. And I made sure right then and there that I will never lose somebody solely because I was unable to listen to what they had to say. Or even uninterested. Even though that wasn't the case for him, he just didn't say anything. But I made a decision right then and there, I will always be available. Because I never want somebody. I will much rather listen to your sob story than listen to your eulogy.
That's something we got to stop doing. As dudes, we all got to stop doing it. We got to stop telling somebody. We got to stop telling each other. And stop crying.
No, nigga, cry. I need you to cry every day. I will listen to you sob every day than to listen to your eulogy.
Man,
because your eulogy insinuates that you ain't coming back. At least if you're crying, I know that you're here. Because if you cry, that means you have enough life in you to cry. And on top of that, it tells me that you have enough soul in you to feel.
And also
there's something there.
And it also tells me that you want to be here.
You want to be here. That's that Luffy situation where you have to tell Luffy that you want to be saved before he saves you.
You got to tell me you want to live, my nigga. You got to tell me you want to live, bro. I'm not letting you sit here and go out like a bitch.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Robin, I love her, but hey, I'm not letting you do that. You got to tell me right now. Tell me you want to live, bro.
And here's the thing.
Tell me you want to live. Tell me. I still need to hear you say it. Tell me you want to live.
Yo, Z-Boy, man, anything you want to add to that?
Man, like, yeah, that's just facts, man. That's why, like, but yeah, Luffy's one of the realest. Like,
Luffy one of the
somebody like Luffy, like, and for real though. Like,
and I'm not even a big One Piece fan like that. Like,
you should be.
No, everybody who's not a One Piece fan know that Luffy's the realest nigga in the room.
Yeah.
Like, no one questions the Straw Hats being the realest niggas in the room. We question why is it so long? Goddamn, nigga, where are we? That's it.
Hey, don't you watch Supernatural?
No, I used to watch Supernatural up until season 6, and then they said, "Well, the devil's not dead. We watched him die. Fuck this show. I'm out." Like that's. Done.
but I was really just saying that because, like,
Episodes a season?
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait.
An hour apiece?
Wait a minute, Z-Boy speaking. Z-Boy, what were you saying?
I was really just saying that because, like, you know, it's just like a good mix of, like, you know, the being able to, like, deal with your friend's emotional aspect while also being, you know, a true man. And I feel like that's what defines Luffy, and like, that's probably some characteristics where other people can have to really get through games, you know. Of course, you know, you can't just me trying to go, shoot up the government and stuff. But
I ain't telling you to.
Hey, Z-Boy, fuck that, nigga. If somebody arrests you tomorrow, I guarantee I'm getting a crew. We coming and breaking you out.
No, nigga, this ain't bleach. Nigga, what you do? I ain't one of them niggas say, free my nigga. What? I'm a nigga who asked the cops, what did he do? Oh, he raped 5 kids. Keep that nigga. You can keep him. Yeah, you can keep him.
Depending on why you got arrested. So.
I mean, honestly, we know Luffy would still save him. He's just like,
that's why Luffy be tripping, bro. Like,
no, Robin had no reason to be. Robin was getting executed, and her family was genocided because they couldn't read books.
No, they could read.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, I'm not.
Not that they could read books. No. Oh, nigga, you
Luffy doesn't care what you did. If you're his friend, like if you're his friend, he don't care what you did. He don't care about your past. He don't care.
No,
he's also a pirate, so he breaks the law too.
No, but there's a difference. He does care about what the crew has done because there's certain shit that he doesn't abide by. So if you are harming children, you're harming people who cannot defend themselves. That's an issue for him.
Yeah,
because they literally can't defend themselves.
That's why he beat Doflamingo. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. No, I'm with Luffy on that.
No, wait,
even if I'm
I don't want to.
I'm gonna just go out the party check because I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just scared.
No, don't do it. We about to wrap up. We about to wrap up.
For me. I'll see you boys later.
all right, young press. All right, young press.
I love you guys.
Love you guys.
Take care.
All right, man.
Peace.
Salute.
All right, let's. Okay, we've been going for an hour and a half. That's a typical length of an episode of the SOULcast. I kind of want to get some final thoughts. I think Katakuri's asleep.
Go sleep, man.
He probably sleep.
Yo, Kat, are you awake?
No. Yeah, his mute button's off. Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, muting. Katakuri's out of here. All right, so we're gonna go with Z-Boy and David Benson. We're gonna get some final thoughts. So just everything we talked about so far today. Just kind of and capitalize your thoughts.
Compartmentalize.
I have a speech impediment, so certain words are hard to roll off the tongue. Say it for me.
Compartmentalize your thoughts.
Yeah, there we go. So just compartmentalize your thoughts. Z-Boy, just both topics. Just let us know what's on your mind and give your closing thoughts. And thank you for coming through, man.
Yeah, it was good to be here. I really don't have much else to say. Because when you're describing how basically you need to talk out your feelings, I was like, yeah, I agree with that. And then how people have validation from materialistic things, or they feel like they need others to validate them. I don't think that's the right way to go. I think though. Okay, so here's the thing. What I was thinking of when y'all was saying, we don't want to give people everything about our emotions. I feel like you need a mix of both. Like sometimes you probably do need to you probably don't need to tell someone what painful feeling you have every single hour or something. There's probably some things that you kind of do need to deal with yourself. But for more bigger things or for more everlasting things, you should consult others. So that's how I feel about that.
I had a question, Z-Boy. Would you give that advice to both men and women?
Yes.
Okay.
Because to me, I feel like everybody needs to be because this is kind of it's not really a different topic, but I've stated this before. I don't know if I stated here, but if I have a chick or something, she better be able to save me too if I get kidnapped.
That's me, motherfucker.
100%.
I'm feeling 125%. Ask me what's wrong with me, motherfuckers. This ain't here. I ain't here for you.
You're here for me too, bitch.
Yeah, right. I want to be saved. I want to be held.
I get it. I'm supposed to be the rock, but goddamn, but you could at least be the foundation. You could be the sand I stand on or something.
Yeah, I want to be putting my onesie too. I want to be
right. Goddamn, nigga, I need to be Bert.
Right. This ain't like when I gotta be the strongest nigga in the room all the time.
David Benedict. Compartmentalize your thoughts. These two topics, or just one of them, or just
I got you.
Whatever you go.
Firstly, for all the men in this chat, anybody who's listening to me right now, anybody who can hear my voice, best believe that if you sound the alarm, I'm coming running, no matter what that situation is.
If I can help, I can help. If I can't, I'm gonna find somebody who can help. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to forced diversity and whenever you're trying to force a thing to happen that's not natural to happen, you then create problems. And I think that is a large part of the problem that SOULcast has with a lot of new characters. SOULcast, and not just him. I kind of had an issue too. The only reason why I kind of forgive Miles Morales is because they worked on him enough. So I didn't know. Yeah, way later. According way later. Because I didn't know that he was a part of the forced diversity movement either.
He was the first, really like the first one. He's like I blame him for. Let me not get into it.
Yeah, no, because the only thing I know about him is just the PlayStation 4 games in the Miles Morales movie.
And I always say, look, if you only ever played Spider-Man PS4 or watched Into the Spider-Verse, I get why you like that character.
Yeah,
I read Ultimate Spider-Man, so like I'm just like I read Champions. You know, I read.
You a different nigga. You was here for his rookie years. I only got the nigga when he actually won his.
But you know what? That tells me the problem isn't in that sense. The problem isn't the character. The problem is the people who write the character. So then that begs the question: why are you writing this character? In Spider-Man PS4 Into the Spider-Verse, you're trying to tell a good story.
Yeah.
In Champions and Ultimate Spider-Man, you wanted a black Spider-Man.
Yeah, I just need a nigga on the screen. That's what they wanted. They wanted a nigga on the screen.
And I'm not trying to be like an asshole, but like he's supposed to be Spider-Man, right? Like, why the fuck are you wearing Jordans? Why do you have a hoodie on top of your spider suit? Why do you I'm saying shit like that?
Well, I mean,
it looks cool. He's black. You're a superhero. Okay, whatever.
No, but for him, and particularly for the Spider-Man for the PS4, and
then I'm gonna be honest, you just narrowed it down because when somebody sees this obviously younger Spider-Man swinging through the streets in a fucking hoodie and Jordans, I'm gonna be like, he's got to be black. You just narrowed it down. You made it that much easier for me to find you.
You are at least black. Now, granted, that's not actually, you really didn't, because he's black in New York. That doesn't help at all. As a matter of fact, that gives him
that means I need to at least look around Harlem or the Bronx.
Black people live in Manhattan too.
There's more in Harlem than the Bronx. There's more in Harlem.
There's more in Harlem, and he actually lives in Brooklyn. Damn,
Brooklyn's another one too.
Yeah.
But you
just made it easier per the.
I'll put it to you this way: if
per the board.
In my investigation, I could remove every white suspect off the fucking web chart on the board.
Oh yeah, no. Some white kids want to be black too. Some white kids want to be a nigga too. Like what if you pull up Miles Morales as a Hispanic kid who just happened to like Jordans?
Well, he is a Hispanic kid. He's a black Hispanic kid.
Yeah,
he's Afro-Latino. Latino.
Yeah, he's Afro-Latino. That's true. We ain't looking for Afro. Yeah, and here's the catch: we also aren't looking for the son of a police officer either. Because why would a police officer's son do that? But anyway, I think that when it comes, I think that one of the greatest issues with forced diversity forced anything is the fact that you're making something unnatural happen. If you want something natural to happen, just let it happen organically. And if you want to make diverse characters, just make a diverse character. Don't take a character that already exists and try to make them diverse. That's when it becomes like, nigga, really? You don't have to do that.
Which means don't kill Tony Stark, make him a 15-year-old black girl to make the AI in her suit Tony Stark's subconscious.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Don't do that.
Because that tells me you don't want Tony Stark to be the main character, but you still need him. Because keep in mind, Jarvis still exists. Jacosa still exists. Friday still exists. There's a lot of AIs Tony has used over the years. Why is her AI literally Tony Stark's conscious? Literally.
Yeah.
His digitalized conscious. Literally. I was like, why is Tony the AI in her suit?
Yeah.
Literally Tony.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That means she's not strong enough to stand on her own.
And you know what's crazy? For the third smartest human on the planet, Tony solves all the problems. Whatever.
Yeah.
Jarvis doesn't tell Tony what to do. Jarvis helps Tony figure out what to do. Tony is literally telling this girl what to do. You're the third smartest human on the planet, though.
She functions more like Terry McGinnis.
Well, you tell Terry what to do. I mean, in the beginning, but as Terry got more,
let's actually save Terry's life.
All right, let me wrap this up. Let me get my final thoughts on this and everything. I'm not gonna speak on the diversity thing because there's too many videos on my channel of me stating how I feel about this. But what I will just say on the topic of, which is very close to me personally, just young men feeling undesired, unwanted, unloved, and it's really, unfortunately, as young men, we're the only ones who get made fun of for being 16-year-old and still being virgins. You know, we're the only ones who.
Crazy. It's insane.
That's insane.
It is expected for you to be fucking at the age of 16. Then we wonder why so many black girls are pregnant and so many of them become single mothers.
Well, that's a whole different topic.
That's a whole different topic, but it bleeds into this. It starts with, man, you a virgin? Yes, nigga. At 26, at 16, I wasn't fucking anybody.
Oh, nigga, you a square. You lame.
Yo, you a square. You lame. But because I don't have a baby mama who doesn't love me, then I don't want to end up like you.
It's just, it's like we as young men all over the world, and it's bad in America, but it's like really bad in places like Japan and shit like that. Yeah. And it's like we got to start loving yourself, not having our validation be from how many women are in our lives. We have to love ourselves.
Man, was really weird about that. I don't know. It's not really a different topic. It's kind of the same thing, but just quick thing of like how we really put values on things, because when you really think about it, sex was just created just to reproduce, and like it did like
reproductive. It's supposed to be reproductive,
right? But I also think that, you know, it's sometimes. So I think that also a lot of times we create the narrative for ourselves that we need to be this thing. But
of course,
we stop saying, hey, instead of talking about how many women we got, how many women we smashed, how many women we knocked up, let's talk about if we change the value system just a little bit. And it's not even, don't even make it about women.
What quality of women have you wifed up?
Or what quality woman, or what are the quality women you have in your life? That's a different value system.
Yeah.
Because if you value the quality,
not quantity,
but quality. Because quality and quantity are very different things.
You could be with 15 ratchet hoes a week, or you could have one quality as. You know what? And I think quality makes her a bad bitch. You got one quality bad bitch who, you know, will rub your feet and let you cry on her shoulder if you need to.
Hey, all she does, I gotta do is be kind of fine. She ain't gotta be the baddest bitch.
I'm gonna be honest. If you told me, would you rather have pointless casual relationships with 8s, 9s, and 10s for the rest of your life, or be with one really down to earth, really one ride or die, one Harley Quinn type 5 or 6? I'll pick the Harley Quinn 5 or 6.
Because here's the thing: a 6 can go from cute to pretty depending on what you want to wear.
Oh, a 6 could. Kevin Simmons will tell you a 6 could be adjusted to an 8.
Oh, a 6 can become an 8. You wonder when you saw 6s become 8s? Prom.
Oh yeah.
Bitches that were never prom. Damn.
What did you just do? Look at Pepper Potts. Well, one day Tony saw her and just like, is that Pepper? And he was like, what the fuck did happen to Pepper? You know. But then keep in mind, Tony had every female on the planet. He could have got anything he wanted. That Pepper was nothing spectacular physically or whatever. Not to say she was unattractive, but, you know, she wasn't like a Maxim supermodel. But you know what Pepper did do? Pepper knew his social security number. Pepper made his schedule. Pepper made him lunch.
Pepper's the only person who knows him. Pepper is literally the only reason why Tony Stark is alive in many cases. Tony Stark should have died in at least 2 of those Iron Man movies.
Even before he became Iron Man. Yeah, think about it. Pepper kept his schedule. Pepper and Jarvis did a lot of that work. Pepper did so much for Tony. Even Tony knew it doesn't matter how many supermodels love me, or not even love me, how many supermodels adore me. Pepper cares about me. Even to a guy who can get any female on the planet. He was like, yeah, but like, damn, man, Pepper's like really fucking awesome, ain't she?
Pepper's the thing. So, outside of the niggas that he rolls with, Pepper. Outside of the niggas that he rolls with, most of whom are actual niggas. Mm-hmm. Most of whom are, you know, like Captain America, Hulk, Hawkeye, they roll gods, Thor, like you know, wizards, Strange, you know, like space pirates, Peter Quill, like 15-year-old boys who adore him for all the wrong reasons. Spider-Man,
that nigga was like, that Pepper's really the shit, ain't she?
I could fuck Scarlett Johansson tonight.
Pepper. That's what I want to say, man. We need to reevaluate, and no one's gonna do it for us. So as dudes, we gotta start doing ourselves. That's why I would recommend a lot of guys, and don't let these Marxists and feminists and shit scare you away from this. But look into the red pill community. Look into MGTOW. Look into the manosphere. Speak to other men. And learn how to validate yourself.
And I think that's a beautiful thing, particularly for young black men.
Oh, the manosphere is fantastic, bro. I think I've sent you some.
Yeah, particularly for young black boys, because young black boys, they need it.
Young black men, we really do need it, because too many of us do not have fathers.
Too many of us don't have fathers. Too many of us don't have the proper mother system. Because it's not like we are encouraged to become. We're encouraged to become a man. A lot of times, we're either encouraged to become the man that they fucked in order to make us, or we're encouraged to not become the man that they fucked to make us, which means that is a man that's still guiding her. She's still guided by a negative principle from that situation.
And look,
a lot of times we were taught to be men by motherfuckers who ain't men.
I would say, look, it does come down to a vicious cycle. There's too many. I'm not trying to talk down on you single moms, but it is not any sociologist, psychologist, clinical psychologist will tell you this. Children do better in 2-parent households.
Yeah.
And in the single parent households, especially their single mother households, are more likely to produce two things: young girls with bad mate selection because they have no father figure, and young boys who become criminals because they have no father figures. And then the girls with the bad mate selection, 6 times more likely.
6 times more likely to become criminals. 6 times
more likely to become criminals. And then the girls with the bad mate selection, who had no father figure, will pick the boy who's probably a criminal because he had no father figure. Do you know what I keep saying? No father figure. Fathers are important. Men are important, and no one's going to help us. We got to help each other out. We got to. There needs to be a course correction of some kind. Something needs to happen because we don't need children raising children.
Something will happen because things will get worse.
It's only going to keep getting worse. It has been.
But it has been. But I don't think that has to be its permanent state. And
it can change. Yeah, it can change because people like you exist.
Yeah, and
people like Soul exist.
Yeah, I think the best way it can change is by
people like Z-Boy exist.
I would say the best way it can change is by embracing both aspects, understanding that the criminal is only a criminal because he was never taught that he had to be anything but a criminal, and the girl can see that there is better mate selections because she now sees, oh, you can have a good. You know what a good mate is, and I think that starts with us. So the best way to become
the best criteria for a female having good mate selection is having a damn good dad. Because you know why? Because to her, if you don't treat me like my dad treat my mama, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
If she don't got that,
she ain't got that.
She gonna get used, abused, pumped and dumped, hit it and quitted it by Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray Ray all damn day long.
You gonna end up with.
And then she gonna be 30-something years old with 3 kids from 3 dads, saying where do all the good guys go? Well, you gotta walk right past them. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, because we hold both genders accountable here. To those dudes, become that good man. But if all you do is sit on your damn couch all day and read manga and play video games, no chick's gonna want you. Become a man that she believes can protect and provide for her. Become that. Because you know what Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray Ray got? They may not be good dudes. They may be bad for her, but they probably got some cash. They probably got some style to them. They probably got some confidence to them. You need to get that. You need to find it yourself. You don't got to be a thug, but you need to become a man. Listen, watch Mulan. I don't give a fuck what you do.
I feel you on that because I think that's a large part of the problem with us is that we assume that being a good man means that we should be open to any woman, and that is not necessarily the case. Sometimes the best, I think, she
has to believe you can protect and provide for her.
But also this. There's greater lessons in no than there is in yes.
Oh yeah.
There's greater lessons in no.
And also to those same dudes, when you run across that one toxic chick, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. If all your ass do is sit on, like I said, you don't do shit, you don't do anything, you don't improve yourself, you don't try to find higher paid jobs, you don't work out, you do nothing to make yourself look like a protector and a provider, and you meet this one toxic chick and you wonder why you're stuck in this toxic ass relationship and you think she's taking advantage of you, because she probably is, motherfucker, smart enough. It's like, we hold both genders accountable here, but there needs to be a shift, there needs to be a change. Look, guys, no one's going to do it for you.
Yeah, I think that we as a Black community, here's a new rule. Here's a new rule. This
new rule?
New rule and new challenge for the Black community.
Okay.
Forgive each other for our misgivings and
forgive and move forward.
Start there. Start with the fact that we can say, hey, we've both sides fucked up. What can we do about it today? And if you start there, I can guarantee you'll be in a better situation. Maybe not tomorrow, but your daughter, your granddaughter, and your great-granddaughter
be the change in the world you want to see.
Yeah, that's really facts, man. Because people be like, man, cause let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Even we could probably do this sometime. Be like, man, chicks suck. And then chicks man suck.
Man, these hoes ain't shit. Nigga, fuck these hoes.
Like, I've been in that phase, man. I've been like, damn, why are these hoes so toxic?
I hate these bitches, bro.
I've been there. Man, why are these
fuck
hoes?
These hoes.
And the reason why I said both sides, because women be the same way.
Yeah, we all been there. You know what I say to myself after that?
Get over it.
No,
forgive
I'm
them
like, nigga, like
move on. Forgive them. Forgive and forget.
Not even just forgive and forget. I still take accountability. You knew who that hoe was when you fucked her. As a matter of fact, you only fucked with her because you knew she was a hoe. Stop lying. Like, stop lying, nigga.
But my point is not to be one side. They'd be like, also like, man ain't shit. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
and those chicks need to stop that, because guess what? And you know what, Z-Boy, you're right. I get so, just like when you hear these guys say, man, women ain't shit, man, you knew that's what she was. But those same chicks, men ain't shit. There are no good men. Bro, you knew who that nigga was. And
we all did.
You chose to lay down. You chose to open your legs. You knew that nigga didn't give a shit about you, but you wanted to change him. That's not going to happen.
You knew who he was.
We all need to do better. Yeah. And I won't even say just Black people. I would say
all people.
I would get very specific. I would say inner city urban youths who tend to be more Black or Hispanic. But this is where this phenomenon really occurs. Because this phenomenon doesn't really occur in suburbia. Yeah. Outside of a few confused suburban girls who want niggas from the hood.
Yeah. That's a fetish.
That's a fetish. Yeah. I'm talking about, but as far as inner city suburban youths go, who tend to typically be Black
and Hispanic.
We all need to do better.
Yeah.
If your dad wasn't around, or if your mom wasn't around, even though let's be real, your dad wasn't around. But I'm just it's like because look, here's the long and short of it. I'm gonna get cancer for this, whatever. So it's toxic. A woman cannot raise a boy to be a man. And conversely, a man cannot raise a girl to be a woman. We need each other.
I told myself this: if I ever have a daughter, nigga, the first place I'm taking you to when you hit 13 is your auntie's house. First thing I know about.
No, I'm gonna be honest.
Shit.
Like you just said. Like if I happen to be like a single father, let's say if I was with a chick and she died in childbirth or got in a car accident, something like that, and I'm by myself and I have this kid and it's a girl. Well, even if it was a boy, but mostly if it was a girl, the first thing I'm about to do, I need to find like a stepmom, like real quick.
I need to be next to a woman. I need to be next to her aunt.
No, I'm gonna need hold on. That's good, but I'm gonna need a woman that can give her undivided attention.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh yeah.
Because your aunt, grandmother, they might have their own shit to deal with, and they can give a helping hand, but they can't raise your daughter. Yeah. I need a woman. If I had a spouse and something happened to her, or she left or abandoned me for another dude or whatever, and just left me with the kid, I need to find this little girl, another woman who will raise and love her, and because I can't do it myself.
Yeah.
If it was just me and a little nigga, we gonna get along just good. We gonna be
I'm gonna catch you in the right. I'm gonna catch you a right hook and left uppercut until you learn how to duck that shit.
Yeah,
you're fine. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Look, okay.
But I think that we.
You know what? Young Prez said something earlier about how the SOULcast is like church to him. I didn't want to cut him off, but that shit hit my heart because I appreciate that. The SOULcast only exists to express, like I tell you guys every time. I tell Katakuri this all the time, bro. Say that shit, own that shit, state that shit. This is a free thinking environment. State how you feel, state what's on your mind. Don't give a damn about fuck getting canceled, fuck being toxic. If you don't want to listen, click the fuck off. But in this space, in this circle, for us in the stream and for those in the chat or listening right now, or for somebody who's going to come click on the video, because I know it's kind of late, click on the video tomorrow morning and listen to it. Leave your comments, do what we got to do, but you're welcome.
Yeah.
This is Libertaria. This is the island of pirates.
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you. We just said some wild shit, even to each other. Like what we say about Riley J. Dennis.
I don't want to get started, but look, I gotta wrap this up because this is how consuming this is, but it also shows how important this is that we need this space because I was supposed to close this podcast down 25 minutes ago.
Yeah. Let's go.
Z-Boy, are you good?
No, what you mean?
Like you got everything off your chest. You got just ready for the next one.
All right, yeah, facts, man. I'll just say one more thing.
All right, go for it, bro.
They agenda pushing, but we gonna keep pushing.
Oh,
bars for years. Bars for years.
Yo, Z-Boy, can I put that in the title?
No. Yes.
I mean, hey, do what you want, bro.
Yeah.
The agenda pushing, so we gonna keep pushing, bro. On every level.
Bars.
This is the fucking SOULcast.
Bars.
It's your boy, Soulfist. We here with Z-Boy, David Billington, Katakuri done fell asleep. Young Prez didn't want to get spoiled on One Piece. Yeah. We out this bitch, and like I say every time, because you know what? I am the fucking outcast. I am the pariah. And I say this every time because I mean this shit. Hell fucking Hydra. We out of here, bro.